Welcome to Xena's Talk Therapy Relationship Show today. So I wanted to give you relationship advice. So yeah, and I hope everyone that is joining in today that is new to me, that I'm sick today, because I'm a bit sick. So I won't be talking too much on my topics, but I will be hearing from you soon. So if anyone who wants to join, let me know. And I'm here just to, talk it out, just to let you know. Yep, so basically, I'm just joining right now, so yeah. Hi Kimberly, how you doing? How are you going, girl? Yeah, she's going good, isn't she? Yeah. Thank you for the hearts, girl. Anyways, we're gonna be discussion very soon on how to deal with fights in love. Because I wanted to share you some of my stories, how I deal with fights in love. Hello, Steve-O. How are you doing? So today we got topics to talk about how to deal with fights in love. Hello Donna, how you doing? So today we're going to be talking about how to deal with the topics down below. Whatever I'm doing is I'm giving you advice on how to deal with it. So if you wanted to join, let me know. The topic starts in 10 minutes. So if anyone wants to join, let me know, because I will be talking about how to deal with fights in love. Yeah, so if anyone who doesn't know what the topic is about, I'm going to talk about the first topic of how to deal with fights in love. And the next 10 minutes, I'm going to wait before I get started. Hello Vibe, hello Max, how you doing? Hello Van, how you doing? If anyone wants to join my request, they have to follow me as a fan, and also follow me, and also be a fan of my team. Hello everyone else. Sarah, how you doing? So in the next 10 minutes, we will be talking about how to deal with fights in love. Hello Towie. Yep, so we're going to be talking about how to fight with, in love, in any situation. When it comes to love, we're going to be talking about that. So, hello Sadish. How you doing? So we're going to be waiting for the next 10 minutes for everyone to get up here before I get started. Hello James. Hello, Habka, Habberg, whatever it is. Whatever your name is, just say hi to me if you have to. I'm here just to tell you about how to deal with fights in love. So in the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna get ready to tell you how my story and journey is, how I deal with fights in love. Hello, Mina. Hello. We're going to be talking in the next 10 minutes. So 9 minutes to go. And we're going to be talking about how to fight in love. So how's everyone's days been, how's everyone going at the moment? How's their mental health going? Let me know how it's down below. I got a message down below, do I? One second. Do I have someone telling me a message? Don't know. So yeah, so if anyone wants to talk, comment down below. Let me know how their day's been going. So I want to know before I get started with the topic very soon. Hello Reiki, how you doing? Yeah, so we're going to be talking about like people who is, you know, days been going on, because I want to hear how they are right now before I get started with the topic on how to deal with fights in love. Hello, Ro MP. How's everyone day been? How you doing? Yeah, so how's everyone day been anyway? So I'm gonna get started in the next 8 minutes. I'm a bit sick today as well, so yeah. Hello Renee, how you doing? Hello Peter, how you doing? So we're going to be talking about like how to deal with fights in love. If anyone wants to join my live, you know, on the live request, you have to follow me as a fan. And also, yeah. Hello Ami, so hi. Yeah, so basically, I'm going to be talking about how to deal with fights in love. So if anyone wants to join, you know, right now on a request, let me know. You have to be a fan of mine first before you actually, you know, follow me as well. So at the moment, I'm gonna wait for the next 8 minutes to go before we start talking about how to deal with fights in love. And it's from my perspective as well, from my relationship advice, from what I go through in my experience. Okay, so if anyone wants to join, I might have to start early as well in the next 2 minutes. So maybe I'll start early if I have to, if I feel like there's enough people going on here. I just wanted to see how people are like right now. So how's everyone been anyways? How's everyone's days been going on? Because I'm a bit sick, you know. Let's see, did anyone say anything? Yep, I don't know. Presents and love. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Oma. Yep, so basically I'm going to be talking about relationship advice, basically on how I go through with fights in love. So how do I deal with fights in love, you know? Even though I've been through many situationships, you know, in relationships, so I know that I got the best one for you girls. Okay? Alright, so we're gonna start in 1 more minute. 1 more minute to go before we start. I think I'll start now. 1 second, just let me get a drink first. Alright, so how do we start with fights in love? Basically, when it comes to having fights in love, I would not really tolerate with the partner's reaction. So what you want to do is, when a partner screams or yells at you or abuses you in some way, yeah, so when a partner abuses you or some kind of way, you don't want to react to it. You walk away and ignore it. Give them the silent treatment if you have to. If you talk it out with them, they're just going to want your attention more. So the best way to do it is to silence the person. Also, another way how to do it is, you know, walk away or go somewhere else and hide. So you don't have to like deal with their narcissist, abusive behavior. Because like, if a person abuses you and sacrifice themselves and do something stupid to you, like just say they're screaming at you, they're calling you names, they're putting you down, better to not really react and intake any of their garbage, you know, because I know it's very hard, because someone does that to you, it can actually affect your mental health. Hi Brian, how you doing? So yes, when it comes to people who tell you that they think they're the best of the best, telling you that they are better than you in a way, like your partner, just say your ex-partner or your partner, yeah? If they tell you bad things, like calling you out because, you know, like in certain ways, because a narcissist person normally wants to like love bomb you and then abuse you in some way. The best way to do it when it comes to fights with them, or even like dealing with fights with your love, which is those people, is to not tolerate with their attitude. You can say to them, I prefer not to like intake whatever you say to me, because whatever you say to me doesn't reflect to me at all. It makes me feel very, very strong that I can be better without you. Okay? So when you tell them that you are better than them, and you tell them that you are, that things that they say, words can't hurt me because it can't break my bones, that's how you move on from those people. Hello, broke. Yep. Charlotte's just gone on here as well. So basically, we're talking about how to deal with fights in love. So just say there's a situationship going on where your partner fights with you. They abuse you in many ways, calling you names, putting you down and everything. What you want to do is not really tolerate with their attitude. You can block them in a way or move on from their perspective of just like hide with your family and stuff, you know, like all your friends, or go away and do something that, you know, you don't have to like be around with them, because the best way to do it is walk off and come back if you have to cool down. Otherwise, if they're too much to you, like if they're abusing you to the point where they're hurting your feelings and bruising your feelings to the point where they think they can break you down, the best way I would say is not tolerate with their words, and like get someone to like help you or something, or even like get a restraining order on a person because like they have damaged your publicity of who you are, you know. Because I prefer you to like take action on yourself, like how I said before, like last night, like setting boundaries. Prepare for like people like these people that are gonna bite you and put you down. The reason why they want to put you down, is because they think they are higher above you. They think they're better than you. They think they can do better than you. Especially those abusers out there who are your partners, the ones that you fight with love. Yeah, especially when you fight with your loved ones, especially when they abuse you and stuff, you know, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in a way. You wanted to let them go, in a way, because you can't tolerate with these behaviors. If you give them too many chances, you know what happens? They're just going to repeat the cycle over again and not respect you at all. That's why you have to set the clear boundaries as well when it comes to fighting love. You have to do it so they don't affect their emotions with you in a way, like hurting you by breaking your heart in a way, but by saying things meaningfully or try to like sabotage you in some sort of way. I believe that if you can, you know, move forward towards being with who you are. So to say, like, if you were in a fight with your partner, and if you think you can move on from the fight, especially when you don't want to go to physical fight, because when you go to physical fight, there's going to be blood involved. You want it to de-escalate it before it happens. So that's why when someone fights with you, you just give them the no word, you know, like the no comment. You don't react to the screaming, the yelling, the punching, the bruising, anything that they put at you. You report it to the police if you have to, especially if they're going to be very, very aggressive around you in some kind of way. if you want to follow or join this live, you have to like, you know, you have to like follow your heart and, you know, give me some hearts out there, be a fan, and also follow me. So yes, like I said, if a partner, whatever it is, regardless of a female or male, yes, if they are abusive to you straight away, these are red flag signs. Red flag signs that I would say, get ready to prepare for the police if you have to, if it goes to the physical fight. But before then, there's people who are very, very manipulative, putting you through situationships and making you feel like brainwashed, like they are here to love you but they're not really loving you, and they're fighting with you because they think they can like make something happen with them, especially with reactions, especially with reactions where if they don't love you but they physically abuse you to the point where they think they have the privilege to do it, call the police, please. Or talk to a therapist like myself if you have to show you what they're involved with, you know, because sometimes these twisted people, they live on thriving to hurt people, especially like they enjoy hurting their victims in a way. So you don't want to go through that situation where you let them do it to you, okay? I said to myself, if someone hurts me, I would immediately call the police. Like, if it goes to a hand to your face, or a kick to your leg, or a kick to your tummy, or whatever it is, or a punch to your arm, you know, still, or even a grab against you, that is still physically abuse. You do not want to go through that situation where dealing with fights with your love like that, because like how to escalate with them if that happens is call the police, because you don't want to escalate more from them. You want to show boundaries, like I said from last night. You don't want someone to walk over you. You do not want someone to walk over you to put you through the situation. Do you get what I mean? So yes, I said to myself, you know, like loving someone is good, but dealing with a fight with them, like for arguments, sometimes arguments is good, but when it escalates towards like a fight where they abuse and scream at you or yell at you or text, emotionally aggressive text, you know, like they text you to the point where they're gonna hurt you with words in a way and trying to like brainwash you to make you suicidal, immediately call the police. Because like if they death threat you, put you down that way, please call the police. Or even talk to a therapist like myself, you know, to let things out if you have to, or getting some personal advice from me if you have to, because I'll give you the right advice. I will make sure that the person who hurts you will not go through a situation where they can get away with it. I'm here to support the ones that wants to listen and the ones that does not want to listen. And if the ones that want to hear like how to deal with their partner that fights with them, like how to deal with their partner that fights with them, I think it's the best way to take a step back, you know, because you don't want to step in right away to threaten them that you're going to call the police. You do it behind them after, when you observe everything that went through with you. But before anything happens, like if they put their hand on you or lay their fingers on you, please immediately call the police, because this happened to me before. This happened to me before because I know to the point where I've been strangled. Like just example, but it's actually a serious situation where I did have someone strangle me in my past relationship, you know. I've been through that situation, and I know that when someone strangles you and put their hand on their throat like this, you know that's a serious crime. And I will not let anyone go that way in thinking, okay, just because they're your lover doesn't mean like you want them to be not involved with the police, because like this can this can actually become a crime where it goes to strangle, to killing, to become a murder scene. That's why I said to myself, never let those men or women do something similar to you like this. You know, like if they lay their fingers on you, please do not hesitate to call the police, you know, because you don't want your partner to like lay their fingers on you in a way where it goes seriously, where it smack, goes to slapping, go to punching, go to like kicking. Those situations, regardless of gender, you know, like I said, please call the police if it happens. Especially when it comes to dealing with small fights, like arguments over text, arguments because you can't go here and there, or fights over like some stupid problem because of this girl or some guy, you know. Like I said, if those people want to fight and argue with you, don't give them reaction at all. Like just pretend like you don't really like react to the screaming, the yelling, the abuse that they're putting you through. Like I said, if they abuse you and they put you through the situation where you feel like emotionally drained from them, then that's a red flag to like let them go in a way. You have to let them go. Yeah, so you have to let them go. Why? Why you have to let them go is because if you're gonna leave it for the next 6 months with them, it's gonna repeat the cycle over again. If you've seen the red flag going on from the first start, where they get angry and aggressive and hostile at you, if that happens, please leave. Why? Because if the fight escalates to like slapping and punching, it's just not gonna be really okay. Because you don't want to get the police involved right away, because that's too much dramatic. It goes to court case and it goes to like someone's getting press charged in some kind of way. You don't want to go through that situation, okay? So the best way to do it is leave them alone, block the number if you have to, de-escalate the situation by talking to a therapist like myself, and let them go. Let them go. Just like leave it alone. Why? Because if you don't do it, if you don't leave them and you allow them to physically abuse you, emotionally abuse you through words, screaming, yelling, wherever the heck it is, because women do that a lot, you know, because they think they can get away with things. I will tell you straight to your face, don't let them do it to you, especially men's out here as well. Because why? It's not gonna be working really well for you, you know, because you think, okay, just because they're the opposite sex, they're weaker than you, they can slap and yell and punch at you, and you can tolerate with it like a bullet, you know, it's gonna mentally freaking break you. You get it? So that's why I said, don't allow this pest to come and fight with you through that situation. Because if that situation happens, then you will go through mentally breakdown, like anxiety, PTSD, traumas, anything that happens for that abuse relationship that you go through. Yep, so any situationship, if anyone wants to call it a situationship in a relationship, please don't do it. Please don't go through that situationship, because they're not gonna want you in a way. They just don't really have the time to establish it as a relationship, you know? Like I said, to the men out here as well, if they're listening or not. If a girl thinks they can like scream or yell at you to the point where they pick on fights with you to leave you alone and go somewhere, please, it's a sign of them trying to cheat on you in a way. They want to leave, they want to do it because they want to cheat on you. Cheating signs are very serious. Like, they will make anything to leave so they can go to the next partner or someone else. Hello, Mozzie. Like I said, at the end of the day, when it comes to like a person that fights with you, regardless of sex, gender, male to female, or whatever it is, if they start abusing you and not really apologize to you, it's a very immature emotion they're going through. It shows that they don't really care about you. It shows that they really are not into engaging with you because they don't really have the attitude to be mature enough to say sorry to you because they done something wrong and they don't own up to their actions. These people that you go through, like fighting, with them, please do not even give them a chance to even come in and do it again to you. Why? Because if you allow that to happen to you, if you allow those men or women to like abuse and threaten you in a way and give you the cold shoulders, just leave, because they have anger issues. They haven't done anything to fix themselves up, so they're shifting their energy and anger onto you. Okay? I just say, like, if someone hurts me, lay a finger on me, screams at me, yells at me, I'm just gonna walk off and block them because I do not wanna associate with them. Do you understand why I don't associate with abusers? Because they're used to abusing people so much. They're used to hurting people so much. So that's why, what's the point? It says hi. Yep, so I said to myself, if someone hurts you and abuses you and doesn't really care about you in a way, the ones that really don't really help you out in finding ways how to resolve the fight. Like, they don't communicate well with you, they just scream and yell, they anger at you because they have nothing else to do. Those are the people that want to cheat in a way. They're angry, they're yelling at you, they want to get away from you so they can like go and do something behind your back with someone else. They will find reasons to do like arguments, like over small things. That's why I said, like, leave them alone. It's not worth the fight, because it's not worth the words that you're gonna put out there when it comes to that escalation. Because you feel like emotionally overwhelmed, you feel a bit anger, you feel like a bit like hesitation of anxiety because of this situation that happens to you, then just leave them alone. Leave them and don't talk to them at all. Because you know why? Because they're craving for attention. They're craving for dramas out there. Those people who wants to get a reaction out of you, they wanted to do it so they can feel powerful on their own. They're prideful of their own selves. They're not really like happy with their own selves, so they want to hurt you so they think they can do better with you being miserable while they are there to feel like they're superior to you. Okay? So those people that do it to you, please leave them alone. Give them the cold shoulders if you have to. Cold shoulders is like where you don't answer them at all. You leave a blank space if they're like screaming and yelling at you. Yeah, so if they're screaming and yelling at you through text or in person, immediately just walk away and don't even reply back at all. Because the way you give them the silent treatment, it makes it better for them to understand that, okay, they done something wrong, they should see a reaction, but the silent treatment doesn't give them a reaction. It gives them a confusion state of mind for them to see what they've done wrong. So that's why I said to myself, if you hurt someone, especially when it comes to fighting in love, and dealing with fight in love, and if someone abuses you and hurts your feelings and breaks you down, I immediately will give them the silent treatment. I will not talk to them at all. I would avoid them, because it's better to avoid than direct at them when they're screaming and yelling, because it's not going to resolve things. Once they calm down, then you talk to them very nice and peacefully. You say, I don't tolerate with your behavior right there. I don't tolerate with your BS that you put through me, with your attitude that you think you can do it to me, tell them how it is, because you want to let them know that it's not acceptable. Like, just say like one of the friend that came to talk to me, and when he got mad at me because he couldn't handle my situationship where I told him I was gonna pay him back with the money, he got aggressive. So guess what I did? I blocked the person. Why? Because he was abusive. This can be like also like a love and fight relationship as well. Like, just say like if your ex-partner or partner comes to you and they fight with you, and they came across to hurting you because they think they can do it, because they think, oh, I'm a girl or a guy or whatever it is, and I can like do whatever I want to hurt you and you can't hurt me back. When those people do it to you, they are very selfish themselves. They are very, very narcissistic in themselves. It's like they have very big egotistic themselves to think they're prideful of doing whatever they want. Those people, you have to let them go. You have to let them not be around you, and you have to let them know that they don't deserve to be around you. And I have to say that very clearly, because like people get abused so quickly, and they tolerate with it, and they think, okay, it's gonna be like a night off and I'll share it off the next day. You don't want to like allow things like that to happen where it escalates to like a fist fight soon. So that's why you take it easy. You make it happen by addressing the problem like a manager. If someone steals from you, would you want to like allow that to happen to you? Similar to fights. If you allow someone to punch you in the face, would you like that to happen to you and allow it to like just to smooth it off a bit, you know? You don't want that. Why? Because if you do, then it's gonna escalate to like someone getting hurt. And when someone gets hurt, who knows? Because it goes from abuse and abuse. And if your partner abuses you, domestic violence happens. And why it happens is because you allow those people to come to you. And then the ones that play victim is because why? Because they're confused. But to be honest, I feel sorry for the victims as well. But sometimes I do not feel sorry for the victims as well. Why? Because they allow their partner to do it to them, and they think they can get away with it. Why are they stuck in a relationship? Maybe because of kids. Maybe because they still love their partner in some kind of way and allow that bullshit to happen. But I said to myself, I will not tolerate with someone who slaps their freaking fingers and fists at me. I don't care who it is. Girl or boy, please do not let them do it to you. Because it hurts, but it doesn't hurt like just like slowly. It hurts throughout the years. Like, just say if someone broke your eye and you have no eyes to see, how would you feel from that situationship when it happens to you? Yeah, like, how does it happen to you? When someone punches you in the eye, and then how would you feel with losing an eye? Yeah, so, like I said, when you set boundaries, it's really important, because if you don't set boundaries, it's gonna make it really hard to let people in, because you want to value yourself and love yourself. You don't want to let a man or a woman hit you at all, because if a woman or a man hits you, it's gonna be like the habit, the bad habit. You allow them to do it to you, and you allow them to like disrespect you in a way, and they will do it again. They will do it again because they think they can get away with it. Just say like, oh, just because I'm a woman I can hit a man. No, that's not gonna happen. You know why? Because just because like someone's like weaker, they can think they can hit you, and they think they can like bully you in a way. Please do not let those people do that to you, because it hurts the most, you know? In our country today, people tend to fall in love and marry those who have more money. Yeah, it happens a lot. yeah, but we'll talk about that later, about the more money thing. But I say a lot of people out there are very shallow, like I said, like shallow as well, like with their money. So we'll talk about that in a different topic. Is money necessary for love? No, but it can balance out the life, because we all need money to live, you know. So at least have money income before you be with someone, because you don't want someone to mother you and babysit you at all because you have no income. Like I said, at the end of the day, so we got 10 more minutes to talk about fight in love, yeah? So when it comes to fight in love, yeah? So if fighting in love, someone hurts you, abuses you, break you to pieces, do stupid things to her. Sorry, someone just called up on me. It's annoying. Sorry. So if someone hurts you, abuses you, break you to pieces, think they can get away with it, please leave them alone. Why? Why would I not tolerate with them? Why would I not tolerate with them? Why would I not tolerate with these people that abuses people and think they can get away with things? Want to know why? Because if you don't set boundaries out there to limit the way how they do things to you, then they are just gonna do it again. Because I have many people see in my life who have more money, who give more respect and ignore those who have less. Yep, Brian, like I said, people judge you because you have less or more. It's because they are shallow people. You know, shallow? The ones that they are not real to themselves. Yeah, those people, you gotta like leave them alone and just don't bother them at all. Don't be in a circle with people who are mindseted like that. Be with people who are willing to be there for you and be real and truthfully to you. Because when a person has died, this is a thing he has to take with him. What do they have to take with them? What do they have to take with them? Because when people die, because we all have to leave everything and earn and create here. Yeah, when you earn your legacy, it's called legacy. If you have your legacy, it's still gonna be there for someone else. Because we're not gonna take it with us, I know, when we die. Okay, this is going off topic, so we're gonna talk about the how to deal with fights still. But I'm here to listen to you as well, Brian. But the thing is, like I said, the abusers, never let them hurt you. If they punch you, if they scream at you, or like, you know, scream in text or anything, shut them up. I have seen people in my life who are living without money and are happy with each other. 1 second, if I invite her.
Hello, babe. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And how are you?
Uh, uh, today has been a long day. I'm having just a little study break at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been?
I've been sick, you know. I've been to an appointment today, and
Yeah.
I was going through the situation where I have to have talk therapy with the person before coming back to sleep my ass off for the next 2 hours. And then coming back here just to do live, it's hard on me.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. do you feel better now after all of that, or
I wish I could shut the life off and just go to sleep, but I can't.
why?
Because like I wanted to rest because I'm recovering from like drug use that my partner put me through the last couple of weeks ago. My ex-partner.
Oh yeah, I know
Mm.
who are you talking about. Do you feel better now when you had a talk with professionals?
Yeah, I had.
Well, that's good to hear and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I wish you like speedy
Mm.
and painless
Yeah.
recovery. I say painless because I have so bad pain tolerance. I
Yeah.
was in doctor myself today, but that was relating my injury.
Yeah. I see. But at the end of the day, like how's your foot going in the moment?
Yeah, so I went to the doctor. Now it has. We managed to get the rest of that that paper I thought that
Yeah, it's
will help that got
yeah.
stuck in there and clean
Oh.
it out, and it did not hurt as much as I thought. So I need to go there like in couple of days, but on the bad side I can't go to train because I need to avoid to having get the band-aids,
Mm.
that. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's now alright, but I hope you're doing. I just have my. Do
Do
you
you have
ever have
do you
like
have your
this kind of comfort series you like to watch? Because I'm watching my comfort series at the moment, and then I'm gonna finish my studying things.
you're not doing your live stream today, or you are?
I might do a little bit later, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to
Mm.
finish as much as I
Yeah.
can
Mm-hmm. But
before.
but it was lovely that you came on to my life as well because I didn't message you or anything like from last night because I was like so busy on my things.
Yeah, don't worry about that, to be honest. It for me it can take from 1 nanosecond to over 365 business day to get back to people. So, but I just still
Yeah.
try to learn how I'm able to like send a heart for your life.
The life like the heart to my life like to send like the fan thing.
Yeah, I want to send a heart. Those like red hearts that
Yeah.
comes up. I
Yeah.
want to learn.
Yeah. I think
What?
there's the rose on the side. There's a rose on the side. You press it and then you look for the heart or something. Then you just click it. So I was talking about like how to fight with love. Like I was talking about like abusers, people who are like loving you, but it abuses you in a way and doesn't really like want anything involved. Yeah, so I was talking about that, everyone. So yeah, so you don't want to allow those abusers to hurt you, to break you to pieces, to make you feel like that you think they are superior to you. You ignore them. You just ignore those people who hurt you in a way because you don't want those people to hurt you in a way. Share the views. Oh, thank you, Anna, for sharing. Thank you, Anna, for sharing. Yeah, thank you, babe. Yeah, so at the end of the day, like, you don't want to let those people hurt you or abuse you or make you feel like you are less of a person because they think they can fight over you in a love and put you through down situations. Situations like I called you names, like saying, oh, you're fat, you're ugly, or you're down to not do this because you're not good enough in some way. I'm just giving examples. Yeah, so if you allow those people to do that to you, please talk to someone who actually does have experience in that, like myself, because I do have experience where people hurt me and do bad things to me. I will let you know how it is. I will catch up with you later. Keep going and hope you feel better. Yes, babe. Okay. Yes, Anna. Yes, babe. I will let you go for yourself because you need to do studies as well. So we'll talk soon, okay? We'll talk soon, okay, babe? If anything happens, you can watch my life over YouTube if you have time, because I know you're busy as well like me, so it's hard to have a schedule, like I know how it is, the feeling of being busy.
It's okay, baby. Have a good life, and I hope my sharings brings my followers to yours.
Yeah, and I hope I'll bring my followers to yours as well.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Don't worry,
Okay,
it's
bye,
so good.
beautiful. You got this.
You too,
You
babe.
boss, babe. Okay,
Alright,
bye.
alright, bye for now. Let's see, exit. She's exit.
How do I disconnect myself?
I'll disconnect you. Don't worry. I'll disconnect you.
Okay.
Yeah, done. Alright, so bye, babe. So hope you have a good study. So thank you for even being on here. Alright, so back to the situationship where I was talking about like how fights of love goes through. What I want to say is, when it comes to fighting with your partner or the one that abuses you or hurt you in a way or put you through situationships, you want to let them go off. What's the question? One second. Wait. What's the question, Brian? Can you tell me again? Because I can't see your questions or anything. So I want to talk about fights and love for the next 2 more minutes before I take a break, because I need to have a break as well. So what was the question, Brian? Share it up to me, let me know. At the end of the day, like I said, it takes two to work things out, especially when it comes to fight. If a fight happens, what's going on? Especially when it comes to man or woman fighting with each other. A question for your normal life. I don't want to talk about my normal life right now, so please do not ask me in my normal life. This is a topic of advice on relationship advice. So I don't want to talk about my personal life stories. Okay, so like I said, when it comes to dealing with fights and love, especially with your partner or your ex-partner or whatever it is, I want people to know that, especially when it comes to fight, when they're abusing you, putting you down, saying names, putting you to break you, to break your soul or break your spirit, those people, you do not want to tolerate with them. You give them no reactions at all. Why you don't give them reactions? Because if you give them reactions, they think they are above you. They are above you in a way, so don't do it. Okay? And I think this is the last time I'm going to mention is, don't let anyone who hurts you in a way, abuse you, or anyone in fights, in love, or anything over a matter of something. Because it's not going to be worth it. Okay? I believe so. That you can let them go. Let them go in a way and not talk to them at all. Because if you talk to them and they're going to do it to you again, it's going to go to a repetitive recycle. That's why I say don't do it at all. So, like I said, I'm going to go for my break. And when I come back, I'm going to wait for 10 minutes before we start talking about standards in dating, okay? So I'm gonna be back. Just gonna have my smoky break, you know, just to clear my mind of things, you know, because I'm a bit stressed. Shit, me. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining my life. I just had a quick break so I can feel better on my own. So good. So good to have this vibe today, to see how I go in this life today. So thank you for everyone who's giving me the likes here, even Kimberly and Brian as well. So we're going to talk about how to set double standards. Not standards, standards for dates. So when it comes to ideal partners like yourself, like, what do you really want from your partner? Like, your ideal partner, like, Do you want them to be tall? Do you want them to be like short, you know? Do you want them to love you in some kind of sort of way? Or do you want them to have a nice established job or something, you know? Because many people are now shallow these days. Like I mentioned to you before, Brian, like how you think about people with money, they act differently and they don't really care who's who, you know? Like just like the millionaires, the billionaires that date women, they look at women like a low because they think they are above women, because they think they have all the cash and, you know, etc. things, you know? But at the end of the day, you should view them as a normal person, not view them because they are above you. You should see them as a normal person. Never like date someone that is high above you and they think they're better than you and they think they can do things better than you. Date someone who appreciates you as a human being, as a person. Date someone who wants to like get to know you on a soul level, that knows how to like talk to you like a human being. That's what you want to look for, the standards. Like I said, I set standards where I want to talk to someone who is quite intelligent on themselves, because intelligent matters. If a person who is not intelligent, lacking on skills, lacking on passion on doing something, and have no hobbies, do not date people like them. Because I will not date people who do not have themselves together. Sometimes a person is such a situation that they don't even have any money. Yeah, some people who don't have money, then it's best that they don't date at all. Work on yourself first before you can work on dating someone. At least have some income before you can even date someone at least. Why? Because at least money in this world runs, okay? You can't just go and date someone who's poor or, you know, like have nothing on themselves. Because you know why? It's gonna backfire on you. How? Because they do not tolerate with, you know, whatever it is. Just say they're after money because they got no money. Never date a broke person unless they have something on themselves. I'm not saying broke like brokey without money. I'm saying broke means like a person who does not really have ambitions into wanting to work for money. Like my ex-partner, he didn't have a job, you know, like, I'm sorry. My ex-partner who doesn't have a job, you know, and what he did was lack on passion himself. But they both have to make ends meet. Exactly. So if a person, like just say in high school, doesn't have like money, high school dates don't have money, but they still can do something together to make it like a romantic scene. But I'm being realistic here, yeah? Like in this dating world, you have to set standards at least so you know what you want in a partner. If you don't set your standards for what you want in a partner, then how does a partner know what they want with you? Does it make sense? If it doesn't make sense, then I don't know. I really don't know. If they start to think about money, then their pair will not work out. That's true, because in a relationship, it shouldn't be transaction at all. It should be fair on both ends if someone has no money or someone has money. Because like, just say like, my ex-partner did not have money. I have to support him with money. That happens to me. If they support each other and... Wait a second. If they support each other and love each other, then their home can be a proposal. Purposes. Yes, it can be. Because a home is a family home where it should be welcome without the money involved. But money does involve in bills and everything, because to be realistically, you have to like see like the bills and everything going on. A person's heart should be full, not money. That is true, because some people are loving with the money instead of the... Like someone who loves with money does not love with their heart. That's true. One second, let me get some drink. Yeah, some people love with money, they don't love with their heart. And that's true because they live in a not realistic world where things involve with people who need money and stuff, you know. There are some families that leave each other out without money. Yes. One second. Yeah, so that happens. That happens to me. Like, I know. Like I said, at the end of the day, that happens to me when the partner calls you. I mean, not the partner calls you. The partner that leaves you without money, it's because sometimes it happens when they don't love you at all. Money should not be involved exactly on money with relationships wisely, but it does need a bit of money involved to like move things around. But when both people make money together, like I said, it should not be like, okay, someone makes more money than this. It should be like a balance. It doesn't have to be like, okay, you have the best job of all, like the superior manager role or something. But at least having money can actually like make memories with each other in a way. Because everything here revolves with money. So I'm using logic right now to talk to you. Like the money happens with the partner, it's because we all need money at some point to live. With everything here is not free in this world. It's not like an alien world where everything is free. You get it? Because we need money to survive. We all need money to live. Without food and water, how can we live? That's why money is important in this world. But the thing is, too many people in this world, too many people demand too much on each other. Demand too much on the money itself. And that's why it hurts so much to see people get rejected because of this kind of situation. Like one time I dated a person who didn't have a lot of money, and he was really nice and genuine. He works at a pizza shop, you know, he was like an employee, not like a manager or something. Okay? And I gave him a shot, you know, to be with me, to hang out with me on a date. But the thing didn't clash out with me because he didn't work out with me because he was not really working on himself. He needed to focus on himself because he has not been prepared to date on the world of dating world. So that's why I had to let him go. Does it make sense? Because if someone who does not have the time to be themselves, to be ready for a date, then that's why I said, set your standards for those people who are on the right dating site with you. Yeah, so like I said, dating on a standard where you want them to date with you is when you know what you want and you want that partner in a certain way. It has to tick your boxes, you know? If you don't let them like be themselves with you, it's because you haven't met your requirements with them. like I said, at the end of the day, it takes a lot to have someone to like be there for you. And a dating situation is when, a dating situation is when, you know, like if you don't set standards for people, they're just gonna walk over you. They are just not gonna welcome you in their world properly. And I know for a fact that if you don't really set your needs first, that what you want from a partner, then it's gonna be hard to like be yourself. Because like I said, it takes a lot to build someone up with you. Because you wanna build someone with a team with you. Not just a person who just like leeches on you and takes away everything from you. And that's the reason why, like I said, love needs time, and also looking for a partner for love needs time. It's like for guys, it's like looking for a car. For girls, it's like looking for that special beauty product. You got it? Like stuff that doesn't meet your requirements, then you just don't want it to become that situation with them. Just gonna rest my voice for a second. So if anyone has questions, let me know. Comment down below if you have to, let me know. Because I am prepared to like listen and to know what you want. Like sometimes like you don't have to put high expectation on someone and then say, okay, it doesn't meet your requirements, but you don't want to lower your standards down as well. You do not want to lower your standards as well, because if you lower your standards, people will not want to listen and be there for you. And if they are there for you, means there's something going on. Like I said, at the end of the day, it takes two to make a team. Whatever you want in your description for your requirements as someone who wants to be there for you, you have to you know, like put your requirements out that you want them to be a certain way. But you don't have to have everything tick on the box, you know, like itself. Like I said, like you don't want things to tick itself on the box. Why? It's because if you let things tick on itself on the box, it will not be right. Because no one is perfect in this world. Yeah, so no one's perfect in this world. So you have to like make sure that, you know, like you have to have empathy and, you know, like feeling for others if you have to know how they are as a person. But boundaries and expectations is really important as well, because if you don't set the boundaries and expectations from that person, how can you get them to be their requirements for you? Yeah, like how do you end up having them to meet the requirements for you? That's what I'm gonna say. Because like I said, it takes a lot to tangle and to not tangle at all. Just want to breathe for a second. Like I said, at the end of the day, it takes two to tangle together. It doesn't take one. Remember, the person, boy or girl, they all have requirements on themselves. If you don't match with them, means it was not a match. Okay, like when it comes to compatibilities. If someone is compatible with you, then they will talk to you in a way. If they are not compatible with you, then they will not talk to you in a way. Hey Mozzie, how you doing? I know it's hard to have people who want to date you or not, because some people will do it and some people will not. And when you set your high expectations too high, they're not just gonna like want to be with you. They just think it's too much for them. High expectations for myself is like, just say like, okay, this person has to be a certain way of this, like with the money. This person has to be in this career wise with their money, or they're having this kind of source of income with their money, or the requirements can be like with their work involved in passion or not, with their hobbies around you. Like just so like if someone doesn't really suit you because of their compatibilities, then just don't date them. You know, just don't date anyone who just not really having the standards that sets out the same as you. I just know that at the end of the day, it takes passion involved with someone who has money or not. And if they are not passionate with money, but they have the skills to do something with their money, then, you know, you can help them to lift them up, you know, in some kind of way. Yeah, it takes a lot to make someone date you. Does anyone want to comment me and let me know how they feel? Let me know down below if you have to let me know, because I'll answer the questions if I have to. But like I said, it takes a lot for someone to listen to you or do something for you. Because with the dating standards, you know, people set too much high expectations, and it is bad. Also, they should make sure it's like a realistic expectation. Realistic expectation can be like, I don't like guys that are not organized. Okay? You can say that. If you're not organized, I will not like to be around you, because I need someone who is organized and is not messy at all. I'm just so exhausted with this whole thing. I just need a drink. It takes a lot. At the end of the day, I know if you don't set your expectations, you're just gonna walk on eggshells sometimes, you know, when it comes to not having someone who is there to love you in a way, but like how they are just gonna show up to you on dates but really don't care about what you want, especially those ones. Hello Oak, how you doing? If you don't set your expectations in love, especially when it comes to like having a date, and if you don't really put out the needs, because you want to make sure it's realistically, not like, okay, A to Z, I want to date a billionaire because I have this and that, you know, because you want to make sure that you have something as well that values that what they want from you. And if you don't, it's not going to work out. It's just not going to work out. Like I said, it takes two to make something happen. It's like looking for your teammate, you know? Your teammate is you with another person who's going to be your team. If you don't have that person who's in your team, then how can you be yourself in that team environment? Like, my expectation is the guy has to pay for the date first. I don't go 50-50 with someone who is not 50-50 with me, because I do not like the kind of like, you know, rule where they think it's like fair this way. I'm a very traditional girl. If you can't buy a date on me or take me out when I'm myself, you know, as a person, and expect to like 50-50 when I'm like organizing myself to be like myself, you know, just to have my attention and time to be with you, then how can I, you know, respect you that way as a man? Because if, like I said, if a man cannot respect me and disrespect me by thinking it's 50-50, that's it. I will not respect him at all. If it's in a relationship, it's different. If it's on the first impression of a date, and if you're doing that to someone, it's not going to work out. If a girl says she's fine with it, maybe because she doesn't have the right expectation to know what she wants. But I follow traditional ways to know what I really want from someone or not. And that's what matters to me the most. Is to have that expectation. So I'm just trying to burp as well. I'm just trying to figure out like what I'm doing as well. I know it's been a day or two. Tiredness for me. Exhausting. But still I'm gonna be here talking about like the next 5 minutes of dating with double standards, or not double standards. Just set your standards right. You know, like your needs, your requirements, what you really want from your partner, what you really don't want from your partner, you know? I realize like if you don't know what you want from your partner, and if you know what you want from your partner, then that's good. If you don't, then you please need to investigate what you really want from the desire partner that is your ideal partner, you know? And it takes a while for someone to be this and that, you know? Sometimes I know like it's not easy to have the love coming in and all, you know, because it takes time. A second. I know it's hard to like be in a certain way with someone, especially when it comes to like making decisions on what you really want in the dating world, especially setting your standards on what you really want. You know, how I would set my standards is like I would write a list down of what I want in my description, and if I see that person who's not really ticking the box, then I would not want anything to do with them. If I want something, then I will. If I don't, then I will not want anything to do with that person. I'm just so tired in a ways. I just realized another 2 minutes and then we're gonna go to my break again. Because I need my break. I need certain breaks. My voice is like tired today and I can't talk much, you know, like I said, I'm sick. It's hard as it is. I know. 1 second. It's hard to like even be on here on live and not knowing if someone's here or not, you know, because I want to know who is on here that's watching and who is here that's not watching. But like I said, it takes two to tangle. And if you don't know, how on earth can you make the expectation right? If you can't set the expectation right, then how can people like really like know what you really want? For me, if I was gonna set expectations, I would like write a list down, put things down like what I really want from my ideal partner, and what I really don't want from my ideal partner, you understand? Because it is not easy. It's hard. Especially when it comes to dating someone. And if you can't date that person, then please do not date them. Okay? I know it's not easy. It takes time. And it's hard. I'm gonna go for a break. And I'll be back very soon. And I will be back very soon. So please stay tuned for me. This juice is running out. Welcome back, everyone. So I'm back here. Thank you for watching, who's here or not. Just give me 1 second. Let's go get my drink. Feels so much better. Wow. Alright, so we are gonna be talking about how to keep your relationship happy. Very soon, I will be talking about this in the next 3 minutes. Yeah, so I will be talking about this in the next 3 minutes. Yeah, just relaxing. I know it's not easy to relax, you know, but I'm relaxing here, so yeah. So we're going to talk about how to keep a relationship happy. Alright, so we're going to talk about how to keep relationship happy. So my advice for myself, how to keep my relationship happy, is to like fulfill each other's needs. Like if a guy really wants you to like not like come across as a slut, you know, like someone who is provocative, you know, around things. You don't have to be provocative all the time. You can show him that you can dress wisely and don't dress in too much revealing clothes, you know, that makes it really uneasy for him. Otherwise, if he doesn't go and talk to girls and respect your boundaries and doesn't like people like bikini photos of girls online, then yeah, that's another way how to set your boundaries to keep your relationship happy. Like if you're both working and you're both supporting each other's needs, like cooking and cleaning, which is domestic things as usual, like doing laundries for him, you know, all those kind of things, then that really makes him happy. And if you feel like and if he can spoil you by getting you food or something like that, that makes you happy as well. So it's about a balance, you know, like if you can balance things together on each other's needs, because I don't know everyone's needs, but I know my needs. My needs is like, if my partner can buy me food, provide for me and I like support him with things, then that makes me happy as well. Because I know it's not easy to fulfill someone's needs. But if they fulfill your needs and you fulfill their needs, then it's a balance. Because relationship, to make it happy, it takes two to make things work. If you want to be on my live, you have to be my fan. Also, if you want to join, you have to like really like follow me as well. Because I believe in relationship wise, when if both partners meet each other's expectation needs, then it really helps for them. If it doesn't, then the partner that you have is not in a healthy relationship with you, because they are not compatible with you in a way. Because if they cannot fulfill, like, just say for my routine, if a partner cannot buy me a certain thing, like my nails to be done or something like that, or get my lashes done in certain ways when I have no money, then he is not the right one for me. Because I need my expectations done as well. I can pay it on my own, but when I have these times where I can't afford it, and if he can't afford it for me, or do something nice for me for a change, like instead of me cooking all the time, and if he can't cook for crap and do anything like that for me, then I say it's not compatible for me. Because you want someone who wants to make you happy by keeping the relationship safe, by lowering the expectation needs of having fights all the time. Because if you can't fight with your partner sometimes to make the needs and to be met, then things are not going to work out right. I know, because it takes a lot to tangle, to get someone to know someone, to do something for you. Hi Tom, how you doing? Like I said, my expectations from my relationship to make it happy is to have someone who can fulfill my needs, fulfill like my beauty needs sometimes, like to say like I want to look a certain way, but if the partner cannot really expect me to look at that certain way, then it's hard for me. Because like I need to look beautiful in my own ways, like doing my lashes and nails done. If my partner stops me from doing it, then it's hard. I need someone who really wants me to be me, because I am in self-love of my own self right now. And if my partner cannot do that for me, and he doesn't fit my requirements like how I fit his requirements, like whatever he wants from me, and if I don't get back in receiving back what I want from him, then he is not the one for me. But you want to make sure that you're balancing your partner to make things right by talking things out, because communication is the key to keep a relationship happy. Is to tell them what you want, because you can't get someone to mind read you all the time. I used to think like that someone mind reads me is called love, but it's not, because sometimes your partner cannot read your mind. So you have to have someone who can verbally talk it out with you and tell you how it is in relationship wisely. Because at the end of the day, if someone who does not really follow your needs, and if you don't follow their needs, how can it be fair? It takes two to have boundaries in place, where if you know what you want, they know what they want, you come across to tell them what you want from them, and then they tell you what they want from you. That is the only key to make someone respect you, because man likes respect. That's the thing. Women likes to listen and hear, but they do want respect, but more about women wants love, then respect. Women wants like someone to care for them and support them as well, then respect. Man wants respect first before love. And that's how it is. It's different. Both sex have different kind of needs. Like I said, at the end of the day, if you can't really follow your needs and put your needs for them, and if they can't put their needs for you, then you need to have a talk, like a very serious talk at some point. And if they don't follow up with your needs, then those people in a relationship with you is not the right one. You need someone who is following your love needs, and if you can follow their love needs, it's perfectly fine, because it takes two to balance. And relationship wisely, to be healthy, is about balance. Like to say, the man wants sex, the woman wants love. You know, like woman wants love, man wants sex. If they can't fulfill each other's needs, I don't know. We all need something to pleasure ourselves somehow, you know? So I prefer that it needs a balance. If I see myself caring and loving and being there for that person, and if that person doesn't care for me and be back for me and doing the same, it's not gonna make me healthy in my relationship, because I need someone who can do my requirements needs and meet my ends, deadlines needs. The best way to say if someone is happy with you in a relationship, or you're happy with them in a relationship, is to have them do the things that you want. And you gotta do the same thing and put efforts out there for them. If you don't put efforts out there for them, they are not gonna feel happy because of you. Because it needs something to balance out. The boundaries, like I said, if you don't set the clear expectations that you want from them, they're not gonna do it for you. Like I know, it's hard. It's not easy. Love, especially when it comes to like a partner or anyone, regardless of sex to sex or gender to gender, you know, because gender role is really important inside the relationship. Like, one is a provider, one is a supporter, and it needs to balance things out. If things can't balance each other out, how can it be making things work? Like, the man has to make the money, the woman has to be the home wife, you know, because that's how it is. But the thing is, women now these days are working as well. So we are not just a provider, but we are a supporter and provider. But the man is more like a provider, so they think it's only their needs. But sometimes men can do both, like being a supporter and being a provider. So I say to myself, if that happens, you gotta balance things out. Like, you gotta say, if you can't like cook and clean, you can hire a cleaner to clean and cook. You know, because, you know, nowadays days we have money and we can supply to get things done for our needs. Sometimes, like, you don't have to have like a woman or man doing the exact things for you. You can get like someone else, like hiring a nanny to look after the kids, instead of like having yourself to look after the kids yourself. And it's hard, because like nowadays days there are job involved nowadays days, and when we have too much busy schedule in our own plans, it makes it hard to work together in a team, you know? Like I said, if I can like change my attitude into putting my boundaries in place for the man, and if the man can change his attitude and put boundaries in place for me and doing my expectation needs, like how I do for him, then it's a healthy relationship, you know? Because it takes one to like know another. If you can't know someone and if you can't really read their mind, then speak it out and ask them, what do they want from you? Hi Dylan, how you doing? Like I said, relationship wise, if no one wants to like be in a healthy relationship and have their needs expectation to be met, but they don't want to met with the others, then it's not fair. I believe it takes two to make things work. Love needs to be balanced, especially in relationships, especially when it comes to like having a male and a female together. The female is the supporter, the man or the male is the provider. It needs to like work that way. But now these days, modern females are like providers and supporters. They have their own expectation needs, they make a lot of money, and most females do not want to downgrade for a male. To be honest, they want to make the money and look for someone who has more money than them. And that is the way how men and women nowadays days are like. But men don't expect too much, but women expect too much from a man. And it's hard. It's hard to like balance out the masculine and the feminine energy together. You know, because like females expect too much from a man. They say the man has to make this kind of figure, he has to be this kind of height, he has to be this kind of sort of way, he has to have the certain look, you know, because that's too much, you know, from a female. For me, I will not put that standards to the test, because I know it's not a realistic kind of ideal for a man to see that way. 1 second. Yeah. Like I said, it takes a lot to tangle together in a relationship. And if a man does not really want to appreciate you for what you are at the end, if you're too easy for him, the expectation doesn't really make a happy relationship, you know, because you want to make sure that you have high expectation like him as well, but you got to balance it. You got to balance your boundaries out together. Both of you have to balance your relationship by making love for each other's needs. Like, just so like, if she wants her haircut, you know, let her be in her way. You don't stop her from doing what she wants. And she doesn't stop you from going out from where you are, because you need to trust. Relationship is about trust and respect. If you don't trust and respect each other, how can you be together? Like, how can someone be together if they don't trust a person? Because it makes someone uneasy if someone doesn't trust a person, you know? Like the insecurities of a woman doesn't like trust a man because like she thinks he's gonna cheat on her in a way, you know, that kind of way. It doesn't work that way, you know, because if a man thinks that the woman's gonna go cheat on a man because she's in a nightclub or something, yeah, that happens. But majority of times, female wants to have fun. For me, it's like, I do not want to have fun. I want to have a serious lover that wants to love me. Yeah, so how I make a serious relationship work is I commit to that person and putting my boundaries and expectations right for the person. And if I don't, how can they really respect me for what I am? And that's the thing. If they don't respect me, it means they don't love me. They just love themselves. They don't put me first. If you put your partner first, it means like you really love them. If you don't, it means that you don't really love them. You love yourself more. And you're being selfish in a way. And that's not right. You both have to like put each other first. But if you can't save yourself and do things right, then how can you save them? Because also you gotta self-love yourself as well. If you can't self-love yourself and be your confident aura in your energy, then how can you make your significant partner healthy with you? At the end of the day, like I said, the love takes two to mango. If you can't mango that relationship, don't, bother at all with that relationship. Leave it if you can't make the expectation needs. If the person drains your pocket, drains your finance out, then they are not the one for you, because you need to balance your finance as well, like them. If they expect too much from you, like going on high dates and high expectation vacations, it's not good, because sometimes like you have to sacrifice something for something, at least, and the love needs to be shared sometimes, not shared like in other ways, like with the other partner, because you want to share it between you two. If you can do things together, make things neat together, make it feel wisely, then yes, it will work out. Because if you don't, then it will not work out at all. So that's how I'm saying. Wisely, I say to myself, I've been to a healthy relationship, it became a toxic as well. But like I said, to balance my relationship, I always communicate with them first before I leave them or something. I at least like talk to them and ask them questions about like, why can't you do this for me? Why can't you like clean my car? Why can't you like do mainly chores for me? Because I can't do it because I'm a woman. Yeah, like that. If they can't do that expectation, sorry. If they can't do that expectation needs, and if you can't do that expectation needs, then I don't know, because I cook and clean for my man. I cook and clean, I do his laundries, I do his shit, like I make him feel nice, I emotionally support him, I physically support him as well for his needs. Like he wants love, to make love and intimacy with me, then I do. But if he can't meet my needs, how can I give it to him? So that's how it works. So if a man can't do what you want and you can't be ready for them, you're not ready to be a husband and they're not ready to be a wife to you. So you gotta make sure that before you commit to someone, you gotta make sure that there is a proposal in place. But sometimes like proposal does not need to be in place. If you're together for more than 5 years, it's like almost like marriage. But if you can't stick in that relationship for long, shows that you have no commitment. And if you move on too quickly, means you have lack of commitment to that person. So how do you feel about this? You feel good about how to get a healthy relationship, because it takes one and another to make love together. And if you feel different, then yes. Hi Remy, how you doing? So we're talking about relationship, how to be happy in a relationship. Like I said, it takes two to tango. If you can make love with another and put your expectation needs for them, and if they can put their expectation needs for you, then it's a miracle, because not everyone can do that. They are very selfish of themselves. They only care about themselves. They don't care about the other's partner's needs. At the end of the day, like I said, it takes two to make things happen. If you can't do it, how can they do it for you? Like just say the man has to do his masculine work for you, like changing the light bulbs, fixing the car for you, doing maintenance work if he can do it or not. But if he can't, he can hire someone else because he needs to make the decision. Man has to make the decision. Woman has to listen, you know. But women can make decision as well. But I say, make sure the woman makes decision as well, because some women make good decision because of their female instincts. If they don't have the female instinct in themselves, how can they do it right? Like I said, at the end of the day, females are supporters. Males are providers. And if you can't balance the energy up from like red, which is female, blue is male, if you can't balance this energy together, how can you make things work together? Does it make sense? Because I said to myself, relationship wise is when you talk together and make a team together, you build a family together. That's how it works in a healthy relationship. Because relationship takes a lot of efforts. It's a lot of energy to make things happy for another. Just so like if a male has less finance and the female makes more finance than the male, then the female can actually help the male to build himself up. But if the male builds himself up and leaves the female for another female, then that's not how it works, because like he is not really supportive with that girl. But the girl that's helping him, is like it's like a trashy doormat at the end, because like she did her best to help him, raise him to be who he is, but he did not want to be in that place where he wants to support her back in thanking her for supporting to build him up. Then he is a selfish bastard in a way, because he wants to leave the female that helped him to be with the other female. I said to myself that it's not easy to have someone that balance each other out, because sometimes like just say like my partner doesn't work, yeah, and I'm working, I make money, I still take him out if I have to, but I don't do it often all the time, because expectation needs for him is to have him to do the manly work for me. If he can do the manly work for me, that's fine, I'll take him out if I have to. But remember, we all have to teach each other to treat each other like kings and queens. If you can do that to each other, then that's perfectly fine. Like I said, at the end of the day, the love requirements I set to myself is I set clear boundaries to make a happy relationship with my partner. I want intimacy. I want love, because all women want love, not money. We all want love. We all want that significant one, because like majority of times now these days, women out there just want status and money to make themselves look good. Like, oh, I got the perfect guy, I got the perfect ring, I got the perfect wedding, blah 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 blah, etc. A to Z. They think they have the best followers, the best like whatever it is. But that's not realistically how it is in the world, because they dream themselves in an unrealistic world. They have social media that brainwashes them to think a certain way. And that's why dating now these days are not happening like back in the days. You want to believe in true love. In true love, it's about like meeting someone and helping them out and be there for them, and they be there for you. And to make that relationship happy, it takes a lot of love, you know. It takes a lot of love to have that person to be there for you in a way. Because if they don't be there for you, how can they love you? I said to myself, love needs time. And it needs like a time frame to keep the relationship happy as well. because sometimes like your partner might be struggling to make your needs, and you might be struggling to meet their needs. How can it like, you know, complete itself if you can't complete him and he can't complete you? Yeah, if he can't complete her, she can't complete him. That's how it is. That's how I'm gonna say, because it's hard, because it's not easy to have that kind of situationship going on. You know, like at the end of the day, like I know that it takes a lot for someone to like be there for you. And if you can't be there for them, how can they love you? I need to know at the end, I have someone who wants to be with me, and if he can't meet my needs, how can he keep me happy like how I keep him happy? That's how I'm saying, in any kind of relationship or whatever you are with your significant ones, or your partner in love, or your family relationships as well, you know, like how to keep things happy. It's like, you know, you gotta balance things out, like the vibe that comes together, you know, to meet someone who really cares. If someone cares for you, they will do things right for you. Because if you can't do things right, how can they love you at all? I said to myself, like, I'm a female that likes intimacy and love. Money can't buy love, you know that, for me. If someone brags money and like puts things out and trying to buy love for me, I would turn it down. Why? Why would I turn it down? I'm asking you. It's because it doesn't fulfill me. It doesn't fulfill my love needs, you know, from being with that person. Because love needs to like, I need to be physically attracted to them as well. If I'm not physically attracted to them, like just so like the man is like an 80-year-old, he has a bunch of money, and he can't really makes me feel like I'm attracted to him, but he's buying my love, what can I do? What can I do to attract myself to love him? You understand? Like, if I can't love him, what can I do to keep myself happy? Because he's not meeting my expectation needs. He's just meeting my money, financial needs. Okay? So, like I said, I would not trade myself for a rich man who does not feel like I'm attracted to him in a way. Because I need to be attracted to that man and have him be there for me and be happy with me. You know, like, it takes courage to tell someone this, you know. Like I said, it takes courage to tell someone who really loves you and someone who doesn't love you at all. For money, it might buy you material things to make you happy, but it cannot make you happy in love. If you think it's material all the time, then you're just like in a delusion world. Because like I've lived in a high expectation world before, money does not make me happy at all. I know, I've seen it. I've seen enough for it, and it's hard. It's hard. It's not easy. Like I said, it's not easy, but love needs time to heal, so yes. Okay, so I'm gonna take a quick break and then I'll be back in like 5 minutes. So if you can wait here for 5 minutes, let me know, because I'm gonna talk about how to not be a doormat on dates. It means like be someone's slave. You can say that. Okay, so if you wanna like stay tuned for me, let me know how you feel. If you don't, then yeah. Because at the end of the day, that's how it is. Like, it's not easy. Welcome back, everyone. So, hello, Jay. I just came back from my live because I had a break just then. So, we're gonna be talking about how to not be a doormat with dates. That's the last topic I'm gonna be talking about today. So, just give me a second. So you're from Western Australia, I see. I'm from Melbourne, by the way. So I'm from Melbourne, and Melbourne's really cold at the moment. It's really cold. It's really freezing. It's like super freezing in a way. So right now we're gonna be talking about like how to be a doormat with dates, like how to not be a doormat, like how to not have someone use you and make you be unworthy of a person. And I'm gonna be talking about this in the next 2 minutes. I'm just gonna get my breath back, you know, so I can like chill and relax and just feel like the breathe is good with you, like the breeze. So how you been anyways? How you been anyways from Western Australia? I just wanna know. You been good? Because I heard over there it's very, very quiet. But there's a lot of crimes going on at the moment. So I see it from Australia, from Melbourne. So yeah. Yeah. So anyways, 1 more minute to go before I start the session with how to not be a doormat with dates, you know, like how to not let someone use you on your dates. I know when someone comes in and asks and say to me, like, why do I have to have someone who uses me for like nightstands or use me for my money for food? Something like that, because it happens all the time. And it's not okay for someone to use you because of your time. Because your time is precious, you know? Not everyone knows that, you know, because it's hard. I know at the end of the day, I've been used before and people have used me in the past, and I know how it feels to be a doormat. So I know how it feels to have someone who doesn't want to go through that situation again, because I know for me it takes a lot, you know, to understand someone, you know. Right now I just wanted to say the topic of the situation is how to not be a doormat. Means how to not let people use you on dates. Just say if a girl responds too quickly on going out with you, and if she does something like message you and say let's go out, blah blah blah, but when you ask them how to go out with them and they initiate the going out too quickly, means they're not really after you, they're just after your money. After your money by getting them nice food. If a girl that you go through, I'm talking about the girl perspective, how girls are like, because girls are very dangerous sometimes on dates. And they use like multiple people for like food and stuff, you know, like for cash, because they want like love, cash, you know. So if a girl asks you and tells you they just want to go for dinner or dates, you know, like they don't want to really spend themselves to get to know you, but they ask you to go on a fancy restaurant with them and not like a simple date on somewhere where you guys talk together to get to know each other, and then she doesn't respond back a lot when she talks to you on a date, that's a sign that she's using you for money. And if she asks you to buy her the most expensive thing on the dinner date, shows that, you know, she doesn't really care, but she just wants it all to herself. Excuse me for that. Yeah, so if she asks you to like go on a date and she just really doesn't talk or respond to your interests, you know, that she's into you, she's just only there for the dinner or lunch or even breakfast. But most times dates are like lunch and dinner. The dinner is like more like, you know, like a special occasion, especially when you take someone out. But majority of times, like if she sees you as the person but doesn't really like respect you for who you are, but she's really rude to you on a date, shows that she's not interested in you. She's just there just to waste your time. And then when she doesn't respond back to you after the date and asks you how you're doing at the end of the day, I mean, she doesn't really care. Hello, Moffy, yeah, I'll just call you Moffy. Okay, so basically what happened is, when it comes to dating, and if someone is a doormat to you, and they really are not engaging with you, they are just using you. Just same as guys, like if the guy's using a girl, he will be pretty much like just disengaging in her interest in a way. I don't know much about guys because I am not a guy, so that's why it's different. So, but I've been in a situationship where the guy's not into me. He would ghost me in a way by not talking to me at the end of a date, or take me somewhere special, or just not put efforts into the date at all. It means he's just trying to use me as a doormat. Like, make it so simple, like taking me to McDonald's and stuff, you know, like that. I know at the end of the day that when a guy does not really interest in me but want to use me for sex, that's another thing. He wants to use me as a doormat. Means like he wants to take me to my place or his place to do the dirty deeds after the first date. And for girls, it's more about like he's not engaging in you. He just wants to like for girls, it's more like she just wants to like use you for your food, or she just wants to use you, or she just wants to use you for your time. Your time is like precious, and she just like wastes your time by not really engaging in your conversation and talking to you in a pleasant manner, and she's rude in a way. That is the worst key for them to see you as a doormat. Girls that are not focusing on themselves, focusing on themselves but not focusing on you, putting high expectation needs and thinking that you should take them on a vacation trip, buy them this and that, you know, like material things. They just want to use you as a doormat, you know, like buy them expensive like Louis Vuitton, Chanel bags, you know, like that. They just see you as a doormat, like just like the girls that are after rich men. The rich man is a doormat to her because he's spending money because he couldn't get anything else from her values. So that's how it is. At the end of the day, I know that it's hard to go through the process of seeing someone on a date and then they just use you deliberately because of the way how it goes through that way. Like if the person just gives you but you don't give back, you know, but they just take but they don't give back, they see you as a doormat. Yeah, so they see you as a doormat themselves. like I said, it takes two to make things work. If the person is disinterested in you, a guy's not really responding to your message or giving you long texts and stuff, he sees you as a doormat. And if he returns the call on you, at midnight because he has nothing else to do, he's doing the booty call, so he sees you as a doormat. This is for the girls out there that does not know what they're doing. It's like, if a girl is too easy to the man, he sees her as a doormat. Yeah, so at the end of the day, I know it's not easy to respond to this, but I wanted to ask questions and see how things go. But like, I know it's hard on my own terms, because I know that the love for people are not the same when it comes to expectations and on dates, you know, because like when someone really is into you, they will not treat you like a doormat. They will treat you like a person. They will pay for your date. They will make sure they are engaging with you and you are interested in them, because you want to get to know them, because you want to like show like your love side to them. And if they are in that situation to love you that way, then yes. And I'm sorry if I'm stumbling as well, because I'm a bit like exhausted as well, because from this life I've been on here for 2 hours straight, so I know it's hard on me. I just know that at the end of the day, when someone uses you as a doormat, they would like talk to you, but they don't really want to be interested in you. Do you get what I mean? Like, if they are not interested in you, it's because they don't see you as a high value woman. They see you as a low expectation woman themselves. So that's what happens to girls that are being used as a doormat themselves. If you can like put high expectation needs on yourself, you won't be a doormat at all. Because you need to like learn how to like present yourself in a very presentable way, and dressing in a classy kind of clothing way, and like your mannerism has to be on spot, you know. You can't be like the woman that doesn't swear and stuff, you know, but you have to be the woman that really cares to like speak her mind. Because a confident woman needs to speak her mind. If a confident woman does not know how to speak her mind, she's not a confident woman to be valued by the man, and the man would treat her like a doormat. And that's how it is. It's hard as it is. It's not easy for others to see themselves that way. But I know for a fact that if I allow a man to use me for a nightstand, he will see me as a doormat. So I will not do that. I will not cling to him. I will not desperately put my attention onto him. Let him come to you. Do not come to him, because if you come to him, he will see you as a desperate, needy person. And that's how it is. It takes a lot of time to build that relationship up in a way, because if they don't really respect you and they just like see you as a softie and not really a value woman who has like high expectation needs, the way how she dresses in luxury clothes or something like that, you know, like, because appearance is really important in how you dress. If you dress very not fancy on your date, shows that he just doesn't really care, you know, to to value you as that woman. And being a doormat, you don't want to be a used and disposable woman. You want to be a woman who has values that the man appreciates and admires you for that expectation needs. And that's how it is to go through that situation where if you know what you want, you show him that you are that person who have confidence and class. Hi Brian, how you doing? It's good to see back from you again. Welcome back, Brian, for everything. Welcome back. Like I said, if I was going on a date with someone and if he doesn't value me as that beautiful woman that I am, and he doesn't really expect me to be the precious need to him, then he doesn't value me, then he will see me as a doormat. But if I make him see me as a high value woman, that I put expectation needs where he has to talk to me, approach me, and has to understand my needs, then yes, he will respect me. Because if a man respects you, he will not see you as a doormat himself. He will love you the way how you want to be treated. Why? Like treat it wisely, I'm saying. If he loves you and shows you that he wants to be with you, he will put his time and efforts to put himself out there for you. That's what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, a high value woman is a woman that has confidence, that owes her sexuality in a way. But like the way how she talks, the way how she presents herself, the way how she dresses, the way how she hand gestures herself. You know, like if you don't have class, hi Lacey, how you doing anyways? So, like I said, the woman who doesn't have class, who does not know how to be a woman themselves, has not been trained to be a woman themselves, cannot be a high value woman. Just say like, okay, you got a vagina and he has a penis. You think the vagina is a value thing to a woman, to a man. It can be, but the thing is like, at the end of the day, it's all about the eccentric things that she does with her body, her personality, her movement, her body language, the way how she moves and how present herself. Those are the things that makes her a woman at the end, as a high value woman. I'm really so sorry. What do you mean you're so sorry? I'm just talking about like high value woman and how to not be a doormat. Oh, you finishing lunch now? It's okay. You know, we can still talk later if you want, but just like I can't talk all the time because I'm so super busy. But enjoy your lunch, you know? Brian, enjoy your lunch. Like I said, it's not the end of the live session yet, so you can still listen to me if you want. Like I said, a high value woman is a woman who knows what she wants in her life, what she wants in her like lifestyle, in her expectation needs. If she shows herself that to a man, that she wants to be in this kind of lifestyle, the way how she talks, the way how she moves her gestures, the way how she presents herself, the way how she communicates to the man, you know, that's how it is like. Yes. But at the end of the day, it takes two to make things work. And if for a high value man, it's more like he's self-disciplined himself. He's ambitious. He has like big goals that he wants to require to do things. And he's very, very intriguing. Intriguing is like more like he has like big hobbies that he wants to do things like having high value needs and emotionally needs that he puts himself out there for. And at the end of the day, like at the end, like people who are like CEOs, managers, big bosses, self-owners, like athletes, musician, all these kind of like famous things, it doesn't really like matter. If you can like be you, be that value person who can talk to them and be you, and not put them like a fan base, like on a pedestal, like, oh, I admire you so much. You talk to them like a human being. You don't care about what they are, but you talk to them like a person at the end of the day. Then that's how you put them out and know that you are a high value person to them. You don't want to lower your expectations down. You want to put your high expectations up. I'm going to speak this on a woman's perspective because I'm a woman myself. If I was dating a rich man or whatever it is, I would not put high expectation needs from a man for what he is. I would not be easy on how things are like. I would not sleep on the first day I meet. I would not do any of those things, but I've done it in the past, so I know like it didn't work out for me. So I know that at the end of the day, a man will value you for you for what you are offering to them. And at the end, if you are a respectful woman at the end and showing your love and that you are not desperate, that you are indeed a woman who does not really like just let anyone come to you, you have the boundaries set up, you know what you do, you present yourself as a feminine energy, and that you show yourself that you are soft and not very aggressive. And that's how you see yourself as a high value woman yourself. I'm very respectful woman. Yeah, that's good. So if you're very respectful to women, then that's very beautiful to learn, because like not every man respects women. They treat women like trash. They want expectation needs from them first. They don't want to give out to the woman because they think they're so better than them. They're very egotistic themselves. I would not want anything to do with that, because I said to myself, if you want to be a gentleman to a lady, you have to make sure you make the first move on her. Like myself, I would not make the first move on a gentleman. I prefer a gentleman make the first move on me because I'm a lady. And that's how it is. Not everyone knows how to do this, and it's hard. At the end of the day, I just know that it takes a lot to know someone, and it takes a lot to not be a doormat, because you got to be emotionally disciplined. You got to be very busy. Show yourself that you're busy, not like you are the person who has like free time for everything. Because my schedule is like, I'm a busy woman. I have high expectation needs on a man, not because of money wisely, but if he has ambitions to want to do something in his world and to help others in his world and to do things that are different, like myself. Like I'm a dog psychologist, you can say, a doctor for dogs. At the end of the day, I like to help dogs because I have a high expectation needs on helping severely aggressive dogs. Yeah, as a doctor, a spiritual doctor, so it's different to the medical doctor itself. I'm a psychology doctor. But like I said, it takes a lot to make things work. The fee that the housewife pays me, the fees that the housewife pays you, the wife should not pay at all. I believe the wife should not pay at all for the bills and everything. If she can, but the thing is, she will not have respect for you. She will not have respect for you at the end. But if you think that you can do it your own, you can. But if she is a boss woman like you, then it can like balance up by 50-50. But 50-50, you make the woman not respect you at all, because they also raise their child. Yes, so yes, a woman raises their children at the end of the day, yes. But at the end, if she has children and if you can't take care of them, then it's hard. They have to take care of them. They have responsibilities. Yes, a woman has to have responsibilities in the mothering side of it as well. But if she can't mother things herself and she's busy on her schedule to work as well, it's hard. That's why I say like having nannies or someone who can look after them can actually help. But remember, if women will focus on their kids more than the man itself when they have kids, because the transition from being a woman to a mother is a whole different story. Like I was mothering the kids for like 2 years straight as a stepmom. I did not have a lot of times for my partner at all, and he was a Lebanese partner at all, you know, because he had 3 kids. But I was like with the kids always, you know, like putting their needs first before me, before him. So that's how it is. Women will put their kids first if they have to be. I know it's hard and I know it's not easy, but like I said, you know, being a mother is a whole big responsibility. You cook and clean, you don't get rewarded as a job, you know. You do the things for the kids. You are like a soft supporter at the end of the day, but you don't get recognition for your hard work to do what you do for rewards. Unlike men's go for like job promotions to promotions, and then they get sick of the wife because the wife doesn't look like the same as before, and then they lost attraction towards the wife, and then they start cheating on the wife itself. I don't like those men that cheat on their wives. I believe that there should be a spark involved in between, because many relationships don't work out because the wife looks different. Her beauty has changed. Her hormonal has changed. The way how she presents herself is different towards how she was before. Especially going for period, you know, like period makes you like, ugh, like your attitude like doesn't feel the same. You feel really like blunt. You feel uneasy around things. But I can't have period, so I know how it's different to other women's. But at the end of the day, I know I can't bear children, but I can like have children that is different to my biological children. But like I said, I don't want children at the moment. I prefer to have them later on when my career succeed as well, because I believe that I'm a career-driven woman myself, you know, because if I have to have a man that is jobless but he has skills, I can build him up to be something with me. Trust me, I'm able to like comprehend and put things into business, because at the end I'm a businesswoman, so that's how I am. It's hard being a boss bitch, you know. I know it's not easy, but I like being a softy girl more than a boss bitch, like a baddie, like a boss bad, like a baddie boss, you know. I just realized, you know, how it's like right now to just feel the ace of being myself, you know, because not everyone knows how to be themselves, and it's hard. At the end, whatever I brainstormed before, it was about like everything from how to deal with fights in love, how to keep the standards in dating, and how to keep your relationship happy, and also how to not date, how to not be a doormat with dates, you know. So I know it's not easy, it's hard, and it's not the same. The others, you know, like see me as where I am today and telling things about like how things are like just a woman in charge of a house, a woman that is in charge of a house, she needs to be the one that decorates the house more, because women know how to make things very nice and pleasant, you know, like she's the beauty of everything. Man can provide, but she can support and make it happen. But if a woman and a man make things happen in a team, like in relationship wise, if a man doesn't have a job but she pushed him to have a job and he actually got the job when she was supporting him at the end to make him become whatever he is and make him believe in himself, then he would respect her a lot and see her as a high valued woman because she built him to be where he is. But if he leaves her, he's a loser because like what she did for him was the most important thing of all. I did try to build the man myself to be where he is. I'll tell you my experience. And he left me at the end for someone else. Do I care? No, but it hurt me a lot because I put myself out there to wipe myself up for him, and he did not do the same for me as a husband in a way. So I feel like it's not working out. But like I said, it takes two to make things happen, and it's not the same. I know at the end of the day, not everyone likes what I'm going through, but I go through like a lot when it comes to like relationship wise with my partner and ex-partner and stuff, you know. But like, I know I can be a good wife. I believe I can be a good wife. I never had anyone who wants to marry me. But my partner keeps saying he wants to propose to me. But where's the ring? You can say you want a ring, but where's the ring? I prefer a man work for his ring. If he's not putting efforts and he buys me like a paper ring, at the end of the day, that's not how it works. You can't get me a paper ring because it's worth nothing. Because you have to put investment in your energy towards that ring for me. Hi, Brian. Brian's waving at me. He's funny. Like I said, if a woman wants to be married, but not married because of the whole thing, but married for love. I'm married. If I was gonna marry someone, it's not for money. It's for love. Because I prefer love than be with a man that makes me miserable with money and cheats on me. I would not want that with me. I would not want a man that wants to share me with someone else. No, I would not want that. Oh, you love me so much. Maybe you love my vibe. You love my vibe here, you know? My vibe is very positive, you know? As a woman that is a woman that makes magnificent love contents for you to see. You might love me for my ideal of loving because like maybe you haven't found the right partner who loves you so much in a way how to make you feel special in a way. Maybe that's the thing. I never had anyone who wants to marry me, to be honest. Like they say they'll marry me, but they never marry me at all. Because where's the proper like, you know, arrangement that you want to marry me, like with the ring and propose to me, to engage with me first? Because I never had someone who engaged with me. I got a necklace, I got a bracelet, but I never had a ring from a man. If a man buys me a $200 ring, shows it's not enough. But if he buys me the ring that I really want from him, I say if you can buy me this expectation ring that I want, but I don't put out like $10,000 expectation rings. No, I put out like a minimum of like $3,000 ring or something like that, or 1,000 something ring. As long as like I like the ring, it doesn't have to be the price. It has to be the ring that I really want. And if he can do it for me, like I said, like I'll trade a teddy bear for a ring instead if I have to be. But like I said, at the end, if the man can do it for me and do it the right way, then he will make sure he makes me feel love. So if anyone wants to be on my life or anything, like my request, they have to follow me and be my fan. Like at the end of the day, I know that not everyone wants to make the efforts to do it. I don't care if it has to be 2 years or 3 years. If a man has to like save all his money just to do it for me, then I would love him. Not because like if you show me a ring without contributing commitment to me, then how can you be my husband? You know, like how can you be my husband if you don't really put the efforts into it, doing the things that I want, you know, at the end of the day before you become my husband? Because you want to make sure it transitions from girlfriend, boyfriend to wife and husband, you know, in a way, because it's not easy. You don't want to go from that to that, because I don't want to go through, okay, I'm married because I love the person, but at the end I get the free privilege because I don't get the thing with them. But I believe like, yeah, I believe in like sex before marriage, but because I did sin in the past, so it's not okay, you know, to have sex before marriage. But I prefer sex before marriage will be good as well, because it makes you feel like you're special with that person, you have a soul connection with the person, and you're making real love with the person. At the end of the day, like I said, it takes two to make things work, and I know that I don't just give out my love straight away to someone that I don't know. I want to get to know them on a very deep level in a way, if I can see if I can click with them or not, or if I can't, then I can't. And I would not go for arranged marriage, because arranged marriage for money is not okay. If you want to find someone who's like the dream of your world, you know, because like for me, if I find a man who ticks my box, you know, like before the dates, because you want to feel like they are like a friend to you as well. If you can't talk to that person like a friend in a relationship, and you think it's like very disconnected in a way, then that person is not for you. You have to talk to them and compatible to meet their requirements, like how they meet your requirements. That's how it works. If it's not, then I don't know, because it's not easy to go through that situation. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so if you can click with someone, hey babe, if you can click with that person, and if you can like talk to them, engage with them and make love with them in a way, but before then you can be like a friend to them, the way you talk to them, then that's special. Because at the end of the day, it takes two to become something. If it doesn't, then I don't know. Because like, to be like a wife, it's a whole different responsibility than being a girlfriend. Girlfriends are more like, okay, they're there for you, they're doing this for you. But if you do the wife thing for them before engagement, before anything, I realize it makes me unhappy as well. Because I know that they will use me for commitment without the proposal and the paperwork. The paperwork is to unite, is to stick together, is to make the contract very, very real, to make sure that you don't break it. Because like commitment is very serious. You don't just marry anyone who you don't know. You want to marry the right one. And if you marry the right one, who knows if they really are for you or not. Because at the end of the day, it takes a lot to make someone happy. It takes a lot for that person to respect you for who you are as a person. Like, I know love is hard. Love is not easy. Especially for a woman, advise myself. I would not be a housewife to a man unless he wants to commit with me with a ring again. Because I've learned my lesson in the past. I've learned how to be a wife. I've been trained to be a wife. But at the end of the day, if a man does not meet my expectation needs, he cannot be my husband. And once I'm a wife, I'm proud to be a wife, like with a ring. like not just with a ring, but commitment for real, like a serious commitment that wants to build a family together, that wants to stick together with the family, that does not want to be like disrespected from the family because she's a wife. And if you know, like, at the end of the day, it takes someone to like understand someone, because like being a wife, it's hard work. It's like a from girlfriend, it's like more like, okay, I get to know you and be there for you, but as a wife, it's more like the serious commitment comes in, the partner comes in, you know, like, remember, sometimes the wife, like, this is to the men, sometimes women have better instinctual ways of knowing who's better good towards the men, because she sees it better, because she's emotionally intelligent. She can see it through a person if they're bad or good for their husband. Like I said, like, if a husband is hanging out with the bad friends, she can see if he's better, these people are bad or not, you know. And if she tells him if they're not good, he should listen to her. And if he doesn't, and he's very, very like egotistic himself, thinking he's better than her in a way by not really like listening to her emotional advice, then he's a fool. At the end of the day, a man should not like pour his attention to others. If a man that is a shallow man that does not really respect a woman, that likes a lot of women's profiles, pages, everything like that, and giving his attention to other women, then he's not the right one for you, women. Because you want the right one, you know? No one understands a person who is alone. Well, I'm alone. I can understand and relate. To be alone is like you gotta be busy, and to keep your busy routine is to find yourself, you know, with someone who can talk and engage with you, but counseling or something. If someone can talk to you, they make you feel like a beautiful human being, and make you feel like you are yourself, then they should have you to like acknowledge them as who you are. He just thinks that he wishes he could find someone to love him too. Well, if someone wants to love you, it takes time. You don't want to chase after love. You want to take it easy with love. And if you are very, very reserved with love, that's good, because you do not want to just give it to any girl, you know, because if you give it to any girl, she'll just like brush it off and just laugh at you. Some people don't know how to make love. They just have their hearts in their hearts if they make it. Sometimes like love takes time to build. Love is like not easy to like connect with someone unless like you really connect with them in a way, because it takes a lot to make that love happen. All that's on his mind is that he can't find anyone to love him. It's not the end of the world if someone says that, because they're self-doubting themselves, because they feel like no one loves them, because they can't approach a woman or something. Maybe because women don't want to approach them. Maybe because like he doesn't have what she wants from him, and he can't offer that to her in a way. So that's why it's hard. And I can believe it, like in a man's situation, it's hard to date a woman. I know, because I used to like live in that world before, and I know how it's like. It's hard. And being a woman myself, I know it's not easy to like let anyone in my life, you know, because a woman is very reserved. She's like a cat, and a man is like a dog, and cats and dogs don't get along But when you make them tangle together, to make them work together, it can work, but it takes time. Like I said, it's not easy to love someone. It takes a lot of efforts. And if you know that at the end of the day, when someone is being single for themselves and being alone, it takes efforts to be that person, you know? Because being that person is not easy. It's hard. Because like at the end of the day, I know you gotta wait for the right moment. You gotta speak to that person in the right moment. And then it's like, yeah, you want to find your queen. The guy wants to find their queen, and the girl wants to find their king, you know? And it takes a lot to know where they are. Are you first? I'm sharing for feelings. Are you first? I'm sharing for feelings. Well, first time, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is my feelings right now is a bit like overwhelmed with everything in my head, because I don't really like want to like be vulnerable with my heart out to others. You know, like even though I'm single right now, like I know that I'm single. I know that I have high expectation needs on a man that wants to like marry me or do something for me. I'm not getting any younger, and I don't want to put too much on myself. Well, you're single and I'm single, so I don't know. Because like we all have our different expectation needs, and not every single woman just wants to just jump into relationships wisely. She needs time to get to know someone first. You know, like if you don't get to know that person and you just jump into love, you're just blinded with love. And that's not okay. Because you need to know who the person is and what do they want from you and what do you want from them. Like I said, it takes a lot of efforts to love someone, and it's not easy. I know at the end of the day, you want to look for someone who is, I don't know, because I'm a mystery girl, and I like mystery as well, and I like to like keep things mystery. A girl that is mysterious, a girl that is like more like not a doormat, because she doesn't want to be a doormat anymore. She wants to be a high value woman that does not have like a high body count, because I do not have high body counts with people. I don't have that shit with me, no. And I like to like respect myself as a woman, respect myself that I am very, very serious when it comes to commitment. And when it comes to commitment, it has to be real. It can't be fake. I can't fake it, you know? I can't fake my love for money. And I know for a fact I can't do it. I'm going to go to the restroom really quickly, and I'll be back. I'm so sorry. I just gotta go pee. Sorry. Just gotta put this up a bit. Sorry. Just gotta take myself a bit. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, I'm back. So I have like okay, so I am back and I just have like a few more minutes before I go. I just wanted to let everyone know that thank you for everyone who is here, that is watching my life, you know, because I know it's not easy to be there for everyone, and I know that, you know, it's hard as it is to go through that situation where I've been broken, and I know it's not easy for me. Brian, are you still there? Just asking you the question. If you're still there, let me know. If you're not, then let me know. Because I am about to go very soon. And I know it's not easy for me. So if you love in your heart for someone, so if you have love in your heart for someone, if I have love in my heart for someone, it takes time for me to love someone, because I don't love someone for online straight away that I go through. I love someone if they can meet my expectation needs and know what they are like, and if they resonate the energy with me, then yes. If not, I do not know. Because like Kian, I never get to meet him in person. Kian T was like a singer from Melbourne, okay? He sings songs and he resonates with me, and he made me feel in love with him. I was in love with that guy. Like, I was deeply head over heels for that guy, you know? Like, he was making me feel like I was crazy for him. But at the end of the day, he didn't love me. He said he loves me on message, but he doesn't really is there for me. So that's why I don't feel the love for him. But at the end of the day, that's how things are like, you know? It's not easy to feel love. It's hard. But like I said, it takes a lot of courage to make love for someone. Is there anyone else that wants to say anything here for me before I go from off live? Let me know, because I have 1 more minute to go. Is there anything that you want to say to me, Brian, before I go? Because I'm gonna get going very soon. Hi Maya, how you doing? I'm gonna get going very soon right now. So 8 o'clock is where I'm going, and if anyone who came here at the wrong time, I'm deeply sorry that I have to leave, because we were discussing about like love life and how wifey material things are not really the same as in real realistic love. So yeah. But I will spare a minute. But if anyone wants to question me, let me know before I leave. Otherwise, I will go off right now, because my show is ending very now. Alright, so I think that's it. And I'm gonna get going. But thank you everyone for watching this show with me. Thank you so much.